All right, we're gonna go over manual cleaning. There will be a separate video. It's from Scott, specifically addressing the mask. Just a good guideline for how to clean and sanitize the mask. There's a specific sanitizer for that that will be sent out to every station, as well as a spray bottle mix of soapy water, which you might find useful for cleaning as well. But in general, Scott says that this pack must be pressurized in order to clean it, so it must have air on in order to clean it. So the exception to that would be if it's just a little bit dirty, dusty, got a little bit of mud on it, a little bit of dirt that you were trying to clean off. At any time, it doesn't matter. Get a rag, get a little bit of soapy water on it, and wipe down whatever you gotta wipe. Don't worry about putting air on to just do some general light cleaning. But if you actually need to do some extensive cleaning where this is going to get very wet, this has to have air on it. So in that case, you're going to have to remove the batteries, because obviously when you turn the air on, if you don't move this thing, you're going to end up with a pass. So I'm going to remove the batteries really quick. All 6 batteries are out. Save them, put them in, reinstall them when I'm done. Put this cover back on. Okay, now that that's reinstalled, we're going to verify that the regulator, the purge, is closed. Air saver is also closed, and we're going to turn it on, and now we can get it as wet as we want. And that's actually what I would suggest for doing cleaning. Get yourself a bucket of soap and water and a brush and a towel, and then get the hose out. Now we want the regulator. The regulator can get wet, but we don't want to just flood the inside of this with water, right? So we're going to try to protect that. Part of the way that we can protect that is by keeping it in the regulator holder. You could also have it in your mask. You just be careful of the direction of spray. But you don't ever want to be cleaning this with it sitting out like this, getting full of water. I'm going to pretend like we were just at a fire, or we just did a training, and I'm going to manually clean this thing like I would. Obviously, the direction or the amount of soiling on here is going to dictate how much effort you put into this. You're looking for as clean a result as you can, though. Don't just go through the motion. Try to actually get all of the product's combustion off of this thing. Try to make it where here's what it needs to be. There might be some staining on some components, but you should never get any dirt off of this thing when you're done cleaning it. So, and when this comes into the shop for service or repair, I shouldn't touch it and end up with black hands. We want it to be clean. Things could be discolored, and they will be over time, but we want to do our best to truly clean it. So, copious amounts of water, flood this thing. Flush it, all the dirt away from it, and then start working that brush of soapy water. Get every surface. I'm not going to touch every single surface. You know what you're doing. To touch every surface. If there's anything that seems like it's not coming clean very well, I would say that I've had good luck using a towel and getting the towel wet. and kind of scrubbing with that. So you'll get most of it with the brush, but you might have some areas that you need to do a little bit finer work with. It really doesn't take very long. If we're consistent with this and we avoid an accumulation of soot and dirt and debris over time, if we're religious about cleaning these after every time that they're used, it's going to save us all a lot of headaches long term. So just pay attention, try to be kind of detail oriented, clean everything up really well. Then once you've flushed it all, rinsed it all off, you're going to shut the bottle back off. You're going to remove the air from the system through the regulator, and this is a good time because inadvertently you will have ended up with some water in an air passage somewhere here if you're really doing a good job cleaning. Again, you're going to try not to, but it's going to happen. And so be watching airflow when you open the purge here to take air off of the system, and if it seems like there's still air coming out, once you've run out of air, turn your air back on and run some more air through it until it's just straight air coming out, no water spraying anywhere, okay? This actually looked pretty good. So with the pack like that on, we could get to everything. We could get our hose here, we could get our regulator, we could get all of the textile parts. The only thing we couldn't have gotten was the front side of this bottle and the back side of the back frame here, right? And so this is where you have to use a wet rag because to do this part, you can't have the air on. Also to do this part, you've got a wide open air passage right here. So we're gonna try to keep water out of this quick snap change connector, and you're just gonna work that soapy water rag on the other side of the bottle, work all this in here, and then do your best to dry it off. Once you're pretty sure everything's clean, everything's how it needs to be, this is gonna have to air dry, but I will tell you one thing that can help speed up that process is just removing as much water with a towel as you can. So you can even run your straps, and they're not going to be dry, they'll be damp. But if you can get them from soaking to damp, it's just going to accelerate this process. As for the mask, again, there will be a specific video about the mask and the regulator, cleaning them by themselves. Again, I just want to express how good of luck I had after burning in these with cleaning with soap and water on a rag rather than just the brush. It really cleaned my lens up really well to work a soapy rag over the lens and kind of scrub a little bit for that. Just like current, no abrasives, no nothing like that. You can use a brush or you can use a rag. Don't use a magic eraser, don't use Scotch-Brite pad, don't do anything like that. We want to try to not put micro scratches into this. I think that's it. Thanks.